What I ultimately want to achieve in this research is to save the Ecuador Amazon parrot, because it's almost certainly declining. It's declined a lot over recent years.
One of the things that has become apparent is that habitat loss is the biggest threat for the survival of this species. So my research is looking into what a dry forest has to be like in order to sustain Ecuador Amazon parrots.
We're actually here in a place called Las Balsas, and we found a very large population of over 200 birds, maybe up to 300 birds roosting not in the mangroves, which is the first time that's been recorded.
At the moment we're trialling putting some artificial nest boxes up. We're not too sure whether or not the availability of cavities for nests is a limiting factor.
And so we've been doing roost counts. We've also been doing habitat assessments. So why is this site important? And we've also been doing some community surveys. So we've been talking to the villagers within Las Balsas to learn a little bit more about how they see the parrots.
In areas like this where it's not particularly protected, having the community on board is key actually.
The locals know exactly what time they fly, exactly how many of them there are. And if you go and speak to those communities, they're such a fountain of knowledge.
All of our conservation programmes, and this one, absolutely rely on our in-country partners. So ProBosc are here all the time, and they are working in the dry forest. They're doing some of the assessments for us. They're the people who are really keeping an eye on what's going on.
There are 5 ranger guard stations dotted around the forest. The rangers are based there 24/7, protecting the forest.
Porque es un bosque. Me gusta cuidar la naturaleza del bosque, que no cacen, que no quemen, muchas cosas que hacen la gente para destruir el bosque.
Lo más peligroso de coger un cazador es porque el cazador no viene por uno, sino que por cazar alguna presa. Ahora si nosotros lo encontramos, él lo que va a hacer no es entregar lo que ellos llevan, sea el armamento o el animal que ya cogieron. Entonces nosotros hacemos lo posible para que eso no pase. Cuando andamos solos es el problema de nosotros, porque no podemos hacerlo.
Hay gente que sí entiende, hay otros que son más bravos que uno.
This contribution between people of like Chester Zoo, like from Europe, from another place, people from Cerro Blanco, and the people also of the communities where the Amazon parrot is. Really, this contribution, for me, it's the main key for conservation. You learn of them and they learn of you.
The red-letter Amazon needs 2 forests. It's in danger because the people around the forest is growing up so fast. We are destroying the forest.
Para que, bueno, hay que protegerlo de una buena manera, porque si se destruye, los aves se irían retirando, porque no hay cómo sobrevivir los aves.
Porque es el único pulmón que tenemos aquí en el Guayaquil. Es el aire que lo da vida, porque si no tuviéramos este pequeño bosque, no tuviéramos nada, creo, porque este es lo que le da vida.
The Ecuador Amazon parrot is important to me because it's an endangered species. It's not getting a huge amount of conservation support.
We have answered some questions, but as always, we've got a lot more unanswered questions that come from this.
With my collaboration and ProBosc and the Chester Zoo support, we can make the big difference.
It's our moral obligation to ensure that this species doesn't become extinct. We need to do something to protect it.
People in the UK can always help with conservation. I mean, they can become members of Chester Zoo or support Act for Wildlife and some of the projects that we're doing.
You can follow us on Facebook, you can share lots of posts about the parrot. You can also support us by fundraising and donating money. We wouldn't be able to do this work unless we had funds to do it.
People have the power to change what's going on, and if we can get enough people to care about wildlife, then we can really make a difference.